dear. Please don't need choke me.
You think it's always about you? You think it's always about you, Cosmo? Here's the thing, is that I am not going to knee choke you, for once. I am going to knee choke Smogon. What the hell is going on here? You mean to freaking tell me that they are going to be suspect testing, okay? They are suspect testing Zygarde. What the fuck?
Well, you mean Power Construct Zygarde?
No! I'm talking about regular Zygarde, bro!
You mean
the OU tier?
Aura Break Zygarde?
Aura Break! You know, the most useless one of the most useless abilities that there is. Because it doesn't affect any other Pokemon with the exception of Yveltal and Xerneas. And you want to know where those two fuckers are? Ubers! Seriously, what the hell is happening here? Okay, so let's actually go ahead and discuss some of this stuff. I'm feeling like a raging ass maniac right now, man. That the old MegaCrasher's coming back. If y'all don't know who MegaCrasher is, well, we are about to introduce to you just who the hell I am. And here's the thing, is that they want to rub it in by having their choices of music to theme it up, to just ham up this suspect test, right?
Rub salt into the wound?
Yes, to rub salt into these invisible wounds. Now, here's the thing. We're actually going to give this a little chance here. We're actually going to give this article the time of day here, and we are going to see just what the hell their reasoning is when it comes to suspect testing Zygarde. It wasn't good enough for you that you banned Power Construct, but now you're targeting Aura Break Zygarde. Just what the Anyways, man, I need a drink, man. Like I need to calm down. I need to calm down just a little bit. Even though that's probably never going to work. Here's the thing. Zygarde has been one of the most prominent threats throughout the entirety of the generation. That's fair, I suppose. You know, it's bulky. You know, it's got, 108 base HP, 121 on the defense, and 95 for the special defense. Okay, all right. You know, we're getting a little bit of good flow there going.
It's just a slightly buffed version of Flygon.
Yeah. You know, maybe we're getting just a little bit of good flow going on. Maybe, you know, I'm jumping to conclusions like, your boy MegaCrasher usually always does in Rage Rants videos. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe for once, MegaCrasher's right. This can be attributed to its bulk, typing, and variety of movesets options, including the infamous 1,000 Arrows. So, 1,000 Arrows. We're talking about a move that targets flying types.
Yep.
So that means Celesteela, bye-bye. It's done.
Skarmory, bye-bye.
Skarmory, bye-bye. Charizard, bye-bye. A reliable stab move with no immunities and scarce resist allows much freedom for Zygarde to customize its moveset. The fact that it only needs one move means the other three can be anything of the myriad of possibilities. Yeah, you know what?
Maybe ban 1,000 Arrows then.
Okay, well, okay, here's the thing. If you're so scared and you're pooping yourself over Zygarde because of 1,000 Arrows, then just ban 1,000 Arrows.
Or run Whimsicott.
Yeah, or run frickin' Whimsicott, for God's sakes. It resists everything. Well, with the exception, of course, of the very rare Iron Tail, which, who the hell runs Iron Tail nowadays anyways, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
See?
Oh, except it could be Z Iron Tail.
Yeah, well, it very well could be. So now let's go ahead and let's, try to calm down and let's be, let's get through this article. Maybe Smogon does have some good points. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
probably.
What do you mean probably?
Nothing. Let's move.
All right. Okay. So the versatility is the main factor potentially pushing Zygarde over the edge of brokenness. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Okay. Is that Zygarde has base 100 attack, which is not bad, but it's not a quote unquote sweeping sort of stat. In order for it to begin to sweep, it needs to have Dragon Dance. It needs to have the opportunity to set up Dragon Dance, okay? Or Coil. Coil is actually a good move too.
Because it boosts the accuracy of Iron Tail.
And it also boosts the defense as well. So, you got a couple of ways of setting up, okay? So, it can run Choice Band. Okay, Choice Band, Thousand Arrows, Outrage, Stone Edge, Iron Tail, Extreme Speed, something like that. It needs to have Extreme Speed, so that way it can pick off weakened threats or something like that. But it's not Stab. Do keep that in mind. Z-Dragon, so, Devastating Drake comboed Outrage. Z-Ground, so Z Thousand Arrows. Z-Steel, which would translate to Z Iron Tail or something like that. Sub-Glare, Sub-Toxic, Rest, either of Dragon Dance or Coil, or even both with Iapa Berry. Okay, so we're seeing like versatility when it comes to its sets, but the thing is that it has one common goal. Okay, it has one common purpose in the battle, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, to sweep. Okay, now I suppose too, but the thing is that if we're running a defensive Zygarde, the thing is that, it's like let's just say there's better Pokemon out there that can run defensive sort of sets. Zygarde is more or less meant to be a sweeper, but a sweeper with good bulk, okay? I will slow clap and give credit where credit is due, okay? Maybe Smogon might be onto something here, okay? So, here's the thing. Is that Tangrowth? Okay, Tangrowth, one of the scariest grass-type mofos that there is, man, is one of the best Zygarde counters. Like, it's thick, it's bulky, it's got Leech Seed, it's got Toxic, HP Ice.
It resists Earth, ground, I mean.
Yeah, it resists the likes of Thousand Arrows, right. So, the thing is that it can even lose to Z-Dragon or Toxic sets. Okay, well, here's the thing, is that one-on-one, okay, we're talking about Tangrowth versus Zygarde, okay? Unless Zygarde gets, like, crazy lucky or something like that, or unless Tangrowth isn't running Hidden Power Ice, then yeah, we could be seeing Tangrowth, overcoming Zygarde, unless, of course, if it doesn't have Hidden Power Ice, then yeah, we could possibly see Sub-Zygarde actually beating Tangrowth. It's all about the sets, okay? And if you find that your counter to Zygarde doesn't work, well, then who knows? Maybe the other 5 Pokemon that you have in your team, one of them is a more reliable check/counter. Here's the thing. Is that, there's an old analogy, and that is not every single Pokemon is unbeatable. And also, not to mention that there's no single team that is unbeatable. You're always going to have weaknesses. You're always going to have Pokemon that are just going to absolutely mop the floor with your team or give your team a very big difficulty. And there's not a single Pokemon that is impossible to beat.
Are you recommending the opponent run multiple grass Pokemon on their team?
No, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying is that, every dog has his day, okay? You win some, you lose some, and, I could think of more cliches, man, but I don't want to drag this video out.
Okay.
So, here's the thing. Is that other potential answers are the likes of, you got Landorus Therian, you got Tapu Bulu, okay, Tapu Bulu is actually another good option, you got Scizor, you got Tapu Fini, ooh, Tapu Fini, and you also got Gliscor depending on all the sets. And here's the thing, is that, yeah, it's Zygarde may be a bit unpredictable and all that stuff, but the thing is that you could say it's somewhat easy to tell what set is going on here. I mean, first off, just look at the build of someone's team, right? I mean, if you got a lot of Pokemon that heavily support Zygarde, Zygarde is going to most likely be a bulky sort of stalling set, like if you got Chansey, if you got like Heal Bell support, if you got Wish, Aromatherapy, things like that, so that way Zygarde can be kept healthy should it be statused, That's one way to tell, but what do you think?
Then again, Tapu Bulu, from what I feel, doesn't really have much against Zygarde in terms of offense. It's just bulky against Zygarde, that's all.
Wait, you're talking about the Tapu Bulu?
Yeah.
Bro, are you kidding? Okay, here's the thing. Tapu Bulu, Grassy Surge, boost the power grass type moves. Base 130 attack, okay? Woodhammer. That is a nuke.
It's quite likely that Zygarde is already boosted by the time the opponent switches Tapu Bulu in.
Maybe, but what if it doesn't have any moves to be able to significantly hurt Tapu Bulu, other than maybe Extreme Speed? What if it's not running Iron Tail? What if it's not running Iron Tail, though?
What if it is?
What if it isn't?
What if it is?
You want to get
Does
jokes?
Zygarde learn Poison Jab?
I wish it did, honestly.
Oh.
That would be cool if it did.
You wish it did, so you want to get it banned.
No, I don't want to get it banned. Look, I'm theory mining, okay? Leave me alone. So, here's the thing, is that, you know, at the end of the day, like, okay, we get it. Zygarde is, like, it is the OG of ground and dragon type Pokemon. We get it. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, how about this? How about this? How about we leave our thoughts down below in the comments and see what it is that you guys think, okay? And also got to give a big time shout out to the individual that sent me this article. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, so I'll annotate it here. Well, actually, you can't annotate on YouTube, so I'll put in a little plug here, visually and all that stuff to showcase the person's name. I want to say thank you very much for that. So, with that being said, let's actually see what it is that we might have missed here. So, the thing is, right, is that we also talked about its bulk. You know, it's 108 slash 121, the 95, all that stuff. So the HP defense and the special defense, yeah, it is pretty bulky. I'm not gonna lie.
And broken?
No, it's not broken.
How it gets banned?
It is not broken.
How it gets banned?
You hope it gets banned?
Let's just...
Excuse me?
Let's proceed.
You want to get these hands?
No.
Alright, well, let's see here. Let's see what else you got going on. So, over the course of the generation, many different sets have risen to prominence and weaved in and out of favor. Okay, so we're talking about sets that are quote-unquote flavor of the month. You know, they were good during its time, but then they faded into obscurity over time.
As new counters got discovered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, one way to describe this phenomenon that is Zygarde has certainly a main set or two. Checks arise to answer these specific sets, and then Zygarde adapts to what it uses to beat the common counterplay of a certain metagame. This ability to adapt is its set makes Zygarde a potentially overwhelming presence in battle, but also in the team builder.
Indeed.
Okay, but here's the thing, is that, do you remember back in Generation 6, Gale Wing's Talonflame?
Yeah.
People were losing their shit over that. People were all like, OMFG, like, this is like so...
That's why it got nerfed.
Well, it got nerfed in 7th gen, but see, Smogon didn't nerf it. Game Freak nerfed it. Here's the thing, is that, you know, people were frothing out the mouth in Generation 6 about, you know, Gale Wing's Talonflame and all that stuff. But here's the thing, is that, did it get banned? No, it didn't. Because there's Pokemon that can counter that. Okay, now here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that, you know, like we were talking a little bit about Talonflame here. I'm kind of seeing a little bit of similarities. I know it sounds crazy, just hear me out before you smash the dislike button and unsub. Here's the thing, is that Talonflame, okay? Stealth Rocks. That's one of the things that absolutely just destroyed it. And here's the thing, with Zygarde, is that it as well is not unbeatable, okay? There are things holding it back, and here, even here, Smogon acknowledges that. Let's go ahead and let's read a little bit about this, okay? All of that being said, Zygarde is not quite sweeping every game. While it does have great versatility, some of its sets do have overlapping checks and counters, just like Talonflame did. Sure, it had a broken ability in Gale Wings, but the thing is that there were things holding it back. It was forced to run Choice Band in order for it to outright do damage, but the thing is, it also had Swords Dance too, but it had to find a safe opportunity to set up a Swords Dance.
Well, it's not like as if Stealth Icicles exist in the game.
Now, I know Stealth Icicles don't exist in the game, but see, Smogon here is dotting my I's and crossing my T's here and proving my point. The thing is that while it does have solid bulk, haha! See, look at this. While it does have solid bulk, its base 100 attack stat is fairly low, and this can get in the way of Zygarde's offensive attempts. Thank you! Next! So, on paper, Zygarde is a behemoth, constantly adapting its sets to beat the metagame at a certain point in time to bypass its supposed answers. In practice, one can view the aforementioned argument as exaggerated. That, in reality, checking Zygarde is not so much of an arduous task. So, what say you?
I still feel Zygarde should be banned for one very big reason alone.
And what's that?
That's because you don't want it banned.
So let me get this straight. You want Zygarde to be banned, despite me?
Yeah.
You looking to get some chokes?
Uh-oh.
You looking to get these hands?
Uh-oh.
Because I am not finished with you, son.
No!
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up this video here by making one final point. So, there will be no suspect ladder. Instead, they will be using the normal OU ladder, which will remain open for the duration of the test. So, with that being said, I guess this means that, like, instead of Zygarde being left out of the fold, they're actually going to have Zygarde still in the fold.
Game, yeah.
So, that way people can actually judge accurately as to whether or not they feel that Zygarde should be banned. So, what do you think about that?
That's a pretty good move on their part.
I actually really like what they did here. And to be honest with you, it's like, you know, like I'm out of character now. We're out of character now. I do hope you guys enjoyed the, you know, the in-character funny bits and all that stuff. But, yeah, I actually really thought that this article was
enlightening.
It was actually somewhat good. I didn't see much wrong with it. I mean, the Smogon, they acknowledged both the good points and the bad points. They didn't, you know, they didn't blow things up.
Out of character, I'm actually quite neutral to this.
Yeah.
I would love to see how it plays out.
Same here. Zygarde is a very prominent force in the OU game. I mean, me personally, given the fact that Zygarde is one of my favorite Gen 6 Pokemon.
You even have the poster.
I do.
Yeah.
You can see it right there. Well, I mean, maybe you guys can see it. But here's the thing, is that there are things that are holding Zygarde back. For one, you know, it's handicapped by default because it doesn't have an ability that benefits it at all whatsoever. So there's that. So it's handicapped that way. It doesn't exactly have the best sweeping stats, like base 100 attack and base 95 speed. It can be outsped right off the bat, right? Yeah. And it does
by things like Weavile.
Yes. Weavile, you know, it's
Scarfed Mamoswine.
Scarfed Mamoswine, and the thing is, Mamoswine's bulky enough to take a hit. Well, that is, of course, if it's Zygarde. Yes, as long as it's not like Z Iron Tail or something like that. Scarfed Mamoswine, you know, that's another good one right there. Like, the list goes on, right? But the thing is that also, you know, Zygarde has a pretty sweet move pool. It's got a sweet move pool. It's got a sweet stat distribution. Like, for what it lacks in its offenses, it makes up for in its defenses. And allowing for it more opportunities possibly to set up.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So, it can even be a para shuffler.
Yep, that's right. It can even be a para shuffler.
Which is really annoying.
It's really trolly. I don't think Smogon mentioned it here in this article. Like, I don't
think it's common.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not common, but it could be good. It could be good. So the requirements here is that all games must be played on the Pokemon Showdown OU ladder on a new alt with the following formats. So OU, TX, and the nickname. And you also cannot impersonate other people with your ladder alt. Do not impersonate. Don't be a jackass. And let's see. To qualify for voting, your alt must play a minimum of 40 games and achieve a minimum GXE of 82. And then the suspect test will last for approximately 2 weeks and end on Sunday, December 30th.
Which is, 2 days before the new year.
Yep. It's going to be intense, man. Do you have anything else that you want to add before we end things off?
No, I guess this about covers everything.
Yep. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, so that right there is going to be the conclusion here of this video. I do apologize this video was a little bit long. It was completely unexpected. This was, I guess you could say, was kind of like also like a reaction video as well, kind of thing.
Everything was unscripted.
Everything was unscripted, unplanned.
Yeah.
Everything was improvised. So, with that being said, guys, we do thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys made it up to this point, then, you know, comment down below saying that you made it up to this point. And, you know, we'll put you on like a wall of swag or something like that. So, thank you guys so very much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next upload. Don't forget, subscribe, support, stay positive, keep it 100% like a hundo Pokemon in Pokemon Go, baby. Woo!